Hello! Oh my lord, what's happening there? There we go. That's better. That's always a bit of fun. How are we all? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Nothing like a good bit of drama. Um, right, where did we get to? Let's do some locations. Buongiorno! Thank you for leaving a look on. Right, so we spotted the cat here. We spotted the cat here. We didn't spot the cat here or here. And I can't do this one because this is my son's favorite. So I have to avoid that one. So we will go and have a look at which one do I fancy? Let's go for a really chunkamonka one. I don't think the cat's gonna be here, but let's see. I quite like this one. I think this is like the last one that you have on the what's it called, so it's pretty decent. Yeah, so as the title suggests, I was not very well over the weekend. I ended up in bed for most of Sunday. Basically, a little man shared a bug with me, and it came out as a bit of a fever on the Sunday. So it seems to be leaving me alone now. I seem to be a bit better today. I've been doing an awful lot of like tidying up and clearing some stuff out. So that I don't think it's helped, but it's kept me busy if nothing else. Load, load. But yeah, so I figured why not just play something where I'm not going to be running around screaming or anything like that. So I would be very surprised if there is a cat here. How did I get from that island here? That's my next question. What about me? Gabby! Hi! I'm looking for cats. I am looking for kitty cats. Is there kitty cat? Do you mean you want to join? You have to explain to me how that works, but yeah, by all means. You look lost. I feel lost. Ooh. That's the big on fire scary thing. I'm looking for cats. I'm looking for kitty cats. Not you. I know where you are. My cat's currently like approaching from the ether like me. Are you looking for me, mama? No, I am not looking for you. Okay, so the cat didn't make it all the way over here, which I guess kind of makes sense. Oh, I want to see if I can fall down there. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The cat's realistically not going to be here. There we go. Have you not seen this one? Have you not seen it? Oh, why is my computer being slow today? Oh, damn, what is happening? Yeah, this is the Lost Temple. Ooh. Why do I have some lag? I do not like that. This is the fun one. I like this. I like the temple. The temple is a fun one. I think the temple is kind of the first time I actually got this one. You've not beaten it? Ah, yeah, I have. I've sunk far too many hours into this game. like a ridiculous amount of hours into this game, to the point where I have genuinely nearly forgot to collect my child from nursery because I'm playing this game. It's not good. I went through a stage where I literally just hyper fixated on it, and I was just like, I need to clean, I need to clean all the things, all of the things. But how is your Monday treating you so far, Kirby? Hopefully well. Whee! Needs more data. Yes, that is true. That is true. 1 second. Uh. Wait, hang on, hang on, hang on. I've got another idea. There you go! You are officially. If mid could be mid, that's how my day was. Oh no. Like I said, I'm at the moment I'm still recovering from bugs at the moment. So I do feel productive in the sense that I got a lot of stuff kind of sorted and cleared. But yeah, it's not. It would have been nice doing it without feeling like poop, if that makes sense. It would have been very nice to not be feeling like poop. Kirby sucks. Oh yeah, I need to do it in memory of my Pokemon. Okay. There you go. Oh no. So I apologize in advance as well. I'm going to be really randomly choking at very inopportune times, and not in a fun kind of way. So it's pretty much gone. So this is the only problem that I've found. I haven't had COVID. I know for a while I've not had COVID. Or if I have, I've been asymptomatic. So it's nothing to do with that. But it started just before COVID where yeah, Dialga. I still love the fact that my Dialga ended up like the freaking god Pokemon ended up being called Kirby Sucks for no other reason than the fact that that was just purely Sod's Law. Still one of the highlights of my Pokemon stream. I called the thing. What do we call it? Kirby Sucks. Thank you. I blame my Jamie child. But yeah, so it will just get to the point where you'll see this for potentially the rest of the week, if not next week. That in and of myself, I feel fine, but it's just all in my throat, giggity, and refuses to leave. I don't know what's going on with even my computer's apparently not feeling very well either. Seeing as it does not seem to be in the mood for not for being a bit slow today. Although it is Monday, so I guess I can kind of forgive it for being a little bit slow. Because I feel slow myself. Right, let us draw. Oh, really? You're gonna make me redo that now. There you go. Wow. Right. Let us. I did actually manage to put this in the sea at one point. There he goes. Ah, oh, really? Wait, hang on. What if I put my super long extension on? Oh, really? Come on. Skinny! Hello! How are you? Thank you for popping a look on. Hope your Monday's doing well. We've just been talking about kind of you. Been on about Dialga and the very unfortunate name that Dialga ended up having. And that was you. That was because of you. As you said, you name your next Pokemon that you catch Kirby Sucks. And I just happened to catch the God Pokemon. This guy was summoned by Kirby Sucks. Hey. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether anyone else is finding it. But this November, I don't know whether it's like a commentary on this year or what, but just this November just oh. You know what I mean? It just feels ugh. I don't really know why. Just feels like it's just an absolute nightmare. Ordinarily, by this kind of like November, I'm not too bad, but I just feel so bleeding tired. I feel so bleeding sick of everything. I'm like, oh, I just want a break. I just want a break from everything. Life. Give me a break from life. Break all the things. What kind of ball am I in? I don't know. What kind of ball are you in? I feel like I'm going to regret asking this. But what kind of ball are you in? Is this like one of those really stupid personality quizzes? Like find out what kind of orangutan you are? You'll also see in here, I'll go and clean that bit next so you can see. But on the walls of this ancient temple are all of most of the locations and vehicles that you end up having to wash. It's really strange. It's cool, but I think it kind of fits into the lore of like this. There's something weird going on. But I think I need to go around the back. That's what she said. I need to go through the back door. You can take a break from life, but usually it's permanent. I meant what kind of ball is Kirby Sucks in? Oh, he's in the Master Ball. Because I didn't have I did see that it is possible to capture the god in an ordinary Pokeball, but you need something. You overthought that one. I really did. I really did. I went. Do you know the phrase "go deep or go home"? I went deep, far deeper than was necessary. Ah, no, it's here. Look. So let me show you. I need to go a little bit further up. A bit further up. Yeah, I did see that it is possible to capture the god Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, It's fine. It's all good. All right, I think it's here. Yeah. So, so you end up cleaning that house because I think that is supposed to be the mayor's house, and then that is one of the boats that you end up cleaning as well. Um, and then you've got one of the earlier ones where it was that person's back garden. So you know the first one that you go into and you see the cat on top of the shed. There's that one. That's not that one. She said, "I feel like this is going to be something like what kind of orangutan or something." Yeah, because you see those kind of like personality quizzes, like what kind of fruit are you? What kind of color are you? What kind of character from this TV show are you? And I was like, what's the randomest thing that I can think of? And then orangutan kind of popped into my head, and I was like, that'll do. But yeah, so then you end up doing these two as well. You end up jet washing these two. Um, oh yeah, there's the playground. There's the playground. I'm not quite sure what these two are. Oh, and then I think that's the dinosaur that comes with the. Oh, that's the skate park. That's the skate park. I remember that now. Just wanted to know my Pokemon. Here I am questioning like your life and everything about it. You're just like, love, I just want to know what Pokeball I'm in. That's the posh car. That's one of the other houses, and then I don't think that's the original. There is one where you do the original. So here's all the bikes. So you got the motorbike, the sidecar, the penny farthing, the camper van is over there. There we go. Ah, there it is. Look, I knew one of them was here. There we go. There's the drill, the golf cart. I don't remember that car, but that's the one that you start off with. But yeah, look at that. And I love the fact as well, you've got the helmet on with the water on, at least in reference to most of them, which is quite cool. So I use the original. Yeah, I was gonna say I did hear it was possible. There I am, look. Oh look, there's the little thing on top of the house. I love it. I love the little in-game lore. Yeah, I did hear it was possible to do that, but I didn't have enough of them, so I was like, I'll just use the Master Ball. It's fine. The plane. I don't remember what this is in relation to though. Yeah, because even the plane with the little thing at the bottom. Um, what's it called? It's like an anti-alien aircraft thing. Um, the fire station and the helicopter. So and there you go. That's all of them. But I thought that was really cool. I like the fact that they put little references to other bits of the other parts of the game. Because I don't know whether that is every single level that's included in there, or whether it is just most of it. But because I know that originally they didn't have any kind of plan for it to be all interlinked. It was just kind of there. It was, here's some dirty stuff, clean it. And then I think it was a combination of like Map Pack and Markiplier. And I know Markiplier originally was like, why is everything so dirty? Like, he started looking for logic in the game. And I think that's where the volcano came from. So to start with, there was nothing to do with like any volcano or anything. It was just here's a load of dirty stuff off your pot. Um, and then I think Mark just kind of did it as a joke, like, oh, why is everything so dirty? You know, you think everything would be tidy. Maybe it's a volcano. And they kind of went, ha, yeah, actually, that's a pretty good shout. And then that's when the volcano kind of came into it. And then from the volcano, MatPack then kind of started dissecting it. And that's when aliens kind of started to get involved, and then aliens kind of became more into it than they had been before, and it kind of all escalated into whatever this is now. But I don't mind. I like it. I like that in this level in particular, you can spray the walls of dirt, but you can't spray the outside, such as. Oh yeah, I always love that. The moment it's outside of the area, it's like nah, nah. That's why it didn't work with the gnome earlier, because even though I logically can still jet wash that into the sea, because it's outside of my range of scope. That's it. I also love the fact as well that there isn't that much logic in regards to actual physics, because I am standing on this floor. This floor is filthy. If I went and stood on something that's clean, by all intents and purposes, I should make it dirty. I do not. I do not make anything dirty if I go and stand on it with dirty shoes. And I should. I appreciate it half the time. I think I say that, and then I remember Visceral Cleanup Simulator, and then I'm glad it doesn't have that, because that is one of my biggest bugbears with Viscera Cleanup Simulator, is how much you end up needing to go back over the stuff that you've already done, purely because you've accidentally stepped in a blood puddle, or it's impossible to kind of keep the bucket steady, and therefore you end up spilling all of the water on the floor, which you inevitably have to then step out of, or step into, which then makes it dirty again, which then means you end up spending. I did enjoy Viscera Cleanup Simulator, but that irked me. That irked me a lot. I was like, I've already cleaned this section. Can you not? And then obviously, as you pick up body parts, it would then make everything bloody again. And I was like, oh my god. Viscera didn't quite work out in the way I wanted it to, though, in relation to like actually streaming it. Obviously, it's a self. I mean, to be fair, like, have you seen all this stuff on this walls that I've somehow managed to like defy logic? It kind of makes sense that, you know, I am out of this world, therefore logic need not apply to me. Don't know if you've ever played Viscera Cleanup Simulator. It's odd. It's an odd one. Like, you can go so detailed into even things like paperwork. So, you know, you can sit there and you can like make a note of everybody who's died and what state their body was in, and you pick up their like ID cards, which kind of look like memory sticks, and you have to put in like how many pieces of rubbish you've picked up, how many things you've eviscerated in their, what's it called, in the incinerator. It's bizarre. Like, if you like, I mean, you don't have to do all the paperwork if you don't want to. I tried streaming it a while back, and it didn't quite work out. I might try it again. Now I'm a bit more au fait with settings. I might try it again. I've also realised that my game decided to stop playing sillies. I appreciate that. I appreciate that game. Thank you for stop playing sillies. I have not. I'm too. I don't play many games. Been too broke to invest. Yeah, no, that's fair. There is a reason that I only tend to get them either when they're like really reduced online, or a lot of games I tend to, because I do tend to get like the yearly subscriptions like PlayStation Store and stuff. Yeah, there is a reason, because I am also what is more commonly known as a broke ass bitch. Or I wait until round about Christmas time. And then once it gets to near Christmas, I'm like, right, okay, here's a list of games that when I've got my Christmas money, this is what I'm going to buy. And it's one of the reasons that I play the games that I play is purely because these are games that I would want to play anyway. I don't really buy anything that I wouldn't be interested in playing in my own time. Because I don't have the spare income for that at all. I appreciate people that do, but it is not me. It is not this day. Yeah, so I feel you with the brokenness. Yeah, it is. Oh, 100%. It is 100% the adult version. Either that or do you remember the foil, not foil carving, but oh, what I can't remember what it's called now. But so yeah, it's like the adult version of either like a coloring book, B cross stitching, which is probably why I love it so much. C the it's like paint by numbers. It's oh, what is it called? I did it once where it was like a paint by number, but you kind of had to scrape stuff off, and then the picture would be underneath it. It's kind of like that. My description is terrible. If anyone understands it from that, well done. You have points. There is no points in the points, but you have points. Yes. Yes. Ah. I knew you'd get it. Yeah. That's difficult. It is cool. I did one. Um when I went through kind of like a phase where I was like, I'm bored. I need something to do. Like I need a hobby. Like I'm not happy. I need a hobby. And I did one. And I did one of them, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. And then I probably never did another one because unfortunately that tends to be me with things. I tend to massively hyperfixate. I tend to massively hyperfixate. My latest one was diamond paintings. I brought a load of diamond paintings and I haven't done them. I mean, to be fair with the diamond paintings, it can also be very tricky to do purely because I have a 3-year-old who would want to be all up in that business. All up. So I won't bring that up when I'm back. There we go, you see. Between the two of us, well, between the three of us, we kind of have an idea what we mean. We know what we mean. All three of us know what we mean, but we still don't actually know what it's called. I love those conversations. An understanding has happened between us, and yet we still don't actually know what they're called. I love it. I love everything about it. I love that for us. We know each other so well that we don't actually need to know what the hell something is called, but we know what it is. It does. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so come guess hobbies with me. Ah, dear. Yeah, I had one, it was a dolphin. I remember it now. I do remember my little dolphin, that little, like, poor scratchy carbon thing. And I remember being like, that's really, really cool. I would love to do another one of these, then forgot it existed. It's called friendship, exactly. If you kind of half don't know what the other person is talking about without actually being able to fill in the blanks, are you even friends? Are you even friends? If you do not sit there and actually know what the hell the other person is talking about without actually being able to tell the other person what the hell they're talking about, are you even friends? Hey, I just met you. Oh no, that's stuck in my head now. Oh no. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's satisfying. I love the little ping, ping, ping. It is the ping of achievements. The achievement ping. It. This is crazy. But here's my song, bitch. Get it in your head. And all the other songs try to replace me, but I'm going nowhere. So hum me, maybe. And all the other boys. It's not going anywhere. This is it now. Ooh. I've just realised the entirety of what I. What did I think that was for a split second? What did I think that was? Because what was going on in my head was not the introducing Stranger Things to Dead by Daylight. Let me know how it looks. I don't really play Dead by Daylight. I know full well I get frustrated with it. I think that's the thing. That's why I don't tend to bother. I think if I know the people I'm going in with, I probably would, and it probably would be an absolute barrel of laughs. But I think after a while it would do me nothing. Also, the fact I would have to try and concentrate in order to actually do the stuff that I need to do. And we all know that doesn't work well with me. Okay, I think that's pretty much all of the inside of this done. Should probably take off the extension. Nah, screw it. Live dangerously. Live life on the edge of a pyramid. Wise words to live by. Don't do that. Don't live life like that. Oh no! Do you know what? I had a horrible feeling you were going to say that. As I said, I don't know what I was. For some reason, when I first read it, I thought you meant like, oh, there's a new season of Stranger Things, and I was like, huh, fair enough. And then I was like, I wonder what DBD means. I was like, wait, doesn't that mean Dead by Daylight? I was like, oh, yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done a crossover between the two of them yet. Thank you for popping a lurk on and hanging out for as long as you can. I appreciate you. I hope your Monday goes well. Ah. Sorry. Right, okay. Look how pretty this looks. Look, it's all shiny. Because I'm shiny. Ah. Okay, that was a bit. There we go. Thank goodness shins are not a thing in this game. All right. And you know what? I'm going to put next to Kirby Sucks. Let me take my extension off actually. That one, and then I'm going to put. Oh nope, too far away. There you go. Oh, I did that end wrong. Oh. Get it! There we go. Because I'm shiny. I really like the shiny song from Moana. It also helps. It's Jermaine Clement. I want to say. Oh my god, is that his name? Oh, oh no, is that his name? I want to say it is, but now I'm not sure. Oh no. Because I'm shining. I really liked that song. Oh, someone's gonna have to Google that for me. Someone please Google it and tell me I'm right. Because I'm gonna feel terrible if I'm not. I don't think I am. I'm sure it is. It's Jermaine something because it's from Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, see? Flight of the Conchords. Because I didn't realise that that's where. So I've been really into a TV show called Our Flag Means Death recently. And it has a character in there called Rhys Darby. And I didn't realise that Rhys Darby was also in Flight of the Conchords. And that he's known Taika Waititi for like 20 odd years. Clements. Yes, it is. It is Jermaine, isn't it? Jermaine yeah. Clements. I just kind of said it slightly French for some reason. Clement. Unless that's the way it's intended to say, and then in which case, yeah, I didn't say it right. I didn't realise how. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I didn't realise that. Have you seen Our Flag Means Death, Kirby? Have you? Have you? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I freaking love it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's amazing. I'm currently on my business time. Yeah, so he is so Rhys Darby is the one that sings Leggy Blonde. So the Leggy Blonde goodbye. I can't remember how leggy, blondie, 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 blondie. Yeah, that is Rhys Darby. And I was like, oh my god, how did I not realise? Because yeah, I've seen more than a few of Flight of the Conchords stuff. So it was really I was like, it completely took me by surprise. And it wasn't until later on that I actually realised that he's also in a series of unfortunate events, but he's only got like little bit parts in it. And I can't even remember who he is, but he's one of the custodian's business partner, and he has always stuck in my head because of when he goes, I'm your partner. That's it. That is the one line. That is the only bit of it that I could 100% remember is, but I'm your partner. That's it. I'm like, I feel so sorry for him because like Rhys Darby is massive in the stand up comedy series, and I'm sat here like, oh yeah, I remember you for I'm your partner. Of like a 3-second freaking line in a TV show from freaking years ago. Sorry, Rhys, love you. And he was also in the film version of What We Do in the Shadows. That, if you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, I highly recommend that as well. That is amazing. It is the TV show. So there is a film and a TV show. So the TV show doesn't have Rhys Darby in it, I don't think, but the film version does. So the film version, so they are both basically the same plot, which is vampires in a modern kind of setting. So for the film version, it has Taika Waititi in as one of the main vampires, and then the TV show basically is along a similar premise, but they're just basically they're in a different area. They do the film versions of the vampires do they do come in at some point, but yeah, they are basically a different set. And then in the film version, Reese plays the leader of a pack of werewolves, and it's kind of like a fake documentary style. As it's like it's a documentary crew that is following these vampires as they are just going about their daily lives, and then occasion so they do break the fourth wall a lot because it's slightly easier with a documentary style, I think, to break the fourth wall. You don't feel quite as bad if you need to do the whole Jim Halpert look. But I do highly recommend it. There's like 5 seasons of What We Do in the Shadows. We haven't caught up with it fully ourselves, which has been far too busy to keep up with stuff. But yeah, if you ever get round to it, I would highly recommend it. It is amazingly funny. Where would one find these shit? So, the first season of Our Flag Means Death, particularly in the UK at the moment, is on BBC iPlayer. But for Americans, I think they would both be on Max at the moment because season 2 of Our Flag Means Death is only available in the US at the moment. The UK have not been given viewing access yet. And we totally have respected that wish and have not gone to any shows and watched it, any web pages and watched it in any other means. We would never ever do that. We wouldn't do that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We you know, just we're happy to wait the ungodly amount of time before they realise that the UK has just as massive a fan base for Our Flag Means Death as the Americans do, and ordain that we are worthy of seeing what happens to Ed and Steed. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm not a criminal, not at all. But yes, you Americans are very lucky that you can watch it now and you can watch it through Max. What We Do in the Shadows, I don't actually know for the US. That might be on there as well. Um, if not, that is definitely on BBC iPlayer as well. Americans, you might actually be able to. I don't know. Can you get BBC iPlayer? I have no clue. I genuinely have no clue whether Americans can get BBC iPlayer. That's a good question. But Our Flag Means Death. It's on FX. There we go. Thanks, Skinny. Skinny coming back in to save the day. You're on the side of my temple, by the way, Skinny. I've jet washed you into it. I only have Netflix. Oh. Well, you know what? You can sign up for a free account and just binge watch the entire lot. No sleeping. You don't need to sleep. You don't need to eat. You don't need to go to work. You just like, look, boss. You may just be listening, but you're coming in to save the day, and I appreciate that. But yes, you are jet washed at the side of my temple. That sounds really dodgy out of context, but you are. You're jet washed on the side of my temple. And not pay using the wrong. No, you can probably like sign up for it and then nice where I belong. That sounds harsh. You belong in nice things, Skinny. I wonder whether you can just kind of say like, oh, hey, yeah, I suppose you could go wrong email address. Did I tell, I told you about my Netflix incident, didn't I? My current Netflix frustration. Where, gazebo, okay, I'll wait till the gazebos have passed. Ew, look at all that dirt. Look at all this dirt. Nice. Oof. I should probably use the stat ladders for this. Nah. Yeah, see. You don't need you don't need that. Back. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a nice quick one. That's what she said. What was I saying? Netflix. Is What We Do on the Shadow on Netflix? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. That is a very good question. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you ever get around to it, or you can ever find it, or go on it via completely legal means, I would highly recommend it. So, Our Flag Means Death is actually based on, and I didn't realize this at the time. Like, I started watching it and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then somebody looked into it. It does have actual historical significance. Like, it is partly historically accurate in the sense that the TV show is about a man called Stede Bonnet who decides, he kind of goes through like a massive midlife crisis and get like leaves his wife and family and decides to become a pirate. And apparently that is true. There was a Stede Bonnet who referred to himself as the gentleman pirate, who around the same time as Blackbeard and actually met Blackbeard, and that's where they like the show kind of has them bumping into each other, and then they go on a load of shenanigans. God love it. God love a good bit of shenanigans. And yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then yeah, it turns out it is actually historically accurate. And that was the premise of the show. Somebody in a writer's room at some point was like, oh, hey guys, I just found out this really funny thing about this person called Stede Bonnet who. So here was going, certainly is in the show. It is heavily, like, if you Google search it, they don't specifically say that he is, but yeah, it kind of, it looks like it because you've only got to look at how Blackbeard behaves, because I didn't realize any of this. So for starters, Blackbeard was only around, like, actually active as Blackbeard for a year. Like, 2 years. It was from 17, I think it was like 1716 to 1718, or like back half 1717, 1718. That's actually the only time he was active for. He was only active for about a year. And then he died in battle. And Stede Bonnet actually survived him by a couple of years and was only an active pirate again for about a year. Yeah, exactly. I just want to go and leave my wife. And the thing is, as well, like, he was well off. He was incredibly wealthy. So you're telling me that an incredibly wealthy person hits midlife, decides to leave his wife and wife and children to go on a boat with a bunch of guys, but it's okay because he's not gay. It's not gay if it's in a three-way. That's literally Stede Bonnet's argument. It's not gay if it's in a three-way. It's okay if it's in a three-way. But in his case, the three-way is with another with another guy. He needs to work on that logic of his. But yeah, so he actually met Blackbeard, and Blackbeard was so interested in Stede Bonnet that he actually surrendered the Queen Anne's Revenge. He stopped being. Yeah, exactly. If everyone else is doing it, it's totally okay. Yeah, he actually gave up captaining the Queen Anne's Revenge and stayed with Stede on his ship for a while. He just gave up his ship. He just gave it up. He was like, yeah, cool. But you know, totally for not gay reasons. Totally for not gay reasons at all. Most people do that. Most people just give up captaining their own ship and sail with somebody else for a while, for a long while. He was just helping him. You know, he's Blackbeard's nice. You know, he was like, I don't want him to struggle. But yeah, so Blackbeard died in, I think it was like October of 1718, something like that. I think it was 1718. Yeah, so he was only actually active for about a year, which I just find absolutely insane. Like I thought, like you hear Blackbeard, I was like, God, he was around captaining for his pirating for like his entire life. I was like, yeah, it was only active for like a year, and then he died. Like, damn. Yeah, he got injured on a raid, and died. And Stede died in that December. More like more like black with a little bit of white beard. If you catch my meaning. If you know what I mean. If you get what I'm putting down. After some strenuous exercises. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Say no more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the amount of, I mean, to be fair, their version, and they do kind of do a little bit of this. There is an amputation at one point in the show. It is grim. Actually, there's two amputations at one point. But yeah, it was very much a case of like, I've just cut myself on this slight bit of metal. Looks like I'm dying today. Yeah, it is insane. You insinuated he was a gay. No! I would never, ever, ever insinuate that he 100% rode his friend's chariots. He was definitely not into riding that. Ah, come on, get up. There we go. That's what she said. Oh, I think inside I'll probably count too as well. That's what she said. There. Whee! Totally not insinuating, yeah. Totally not insinuating that a guy who was basically the most fearsome pirate ever to exist totally did not just give up his entire command of his world famous ship that wouldn't even need to actually fire any weapons at any point. They would just need to put up the flag and they would be like, oh damn, that Blackbeard, I surrender. please don't hurt me, and just went, I'm going to go on a completely different ship with someone with no experience of sailing just purely because he's a good guy. Nothing about the fact that he wanted to ride that man 6 ways to Sundays. I'm not saying that this is where, like, pirate ship came from. I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, no judgment. Depending on how hot he was, probably would have done the same. It's kind of sweet when you think about it. Like, my man was literally willing to give up his entire ship just to be with him. That's cute. That's cute as fuck. Like that, come on, no matter what. That is freaking adorable. It's the romantic in me. Find you somebody that would give up all fame and fortune in order to ride you like a bucking bronco. Find you someone who does that. Everyone deserves that. Everyone deserves somebody that would give up fame and fortune for them. Exactly. Even Poseidon was like, dude, keep it down. That's where all the waves came from for like 8 billion years. It's not the moon. It's not anything else. It is 100% Ed and Steed knocking boots. Yeah, and the thing is as well, like if you think about it, not to undermine Steed, like I'm sure Steed did a lot of like really sweet things himself, but he'd already given up his wife and kids when he met Blackbeard, when he met Ed. So Ed giving up his ship kind of means that like Edward Teach, Mr. Blackbeard Sir, is a fucking romantic at heart, and I am living for that. Like, my dude went in hard. Giggity. Like, my man was not messing around. He was like, no, I am sacrificing everything for you. No one expects Blackbeard, like actual Blackbeard, to be a goddamn romantic. But it turns out it's because none of you knew him. Yeah, exactly. He romantically just what murder? What about all the people he murdered? What murder? There's no murder. There's no murder. No murder at all. It was just light love taps with the sword. Times were tough back there. Anyway. But yes, find you somebody who would literally just give up everything to be with you. Like, freaking everything. But don't make them. Because that's not fair either. Unless that's what you both want, and then in which case go for it. Which is kind of what happens. But yeah, so it was kind of sad, really. I wanted them to have their big happily ever after, and it didn't quite work out. But I like to think that they are together now in death, haunting the seas. Probably was what killed those 5 billionaires. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. But you know, don't pay millions of pounds to go and investigate a ship at the bottom of the ocean. Imagine being on top of a pyramid power washing without needing a source of water. It must be nice. I trip over the hose. Like, literally, not only that, can we appreciate the fact for a moment the actual gravity defying, like, this guy. This guy defies gravity. His ankles must be in the most brokenest of positions right now. Like, he is literally stood horizontally like that, like washing. He is like, what do you mean? Who the hell need what kind of wussy ass people needs ankles to jet wash the side of a pyramid? Which one of yours? Bearing in mind that my truck is like on the other side. He's wearing a jetpack. Nah, he's not wearing a jetpack. Only pussies. only weak GoPro. Let's turn this into a horse slide. Hell yeah. Nah, wrong one. There we go. That's what I meant to do. My jet washing guy. He does not need ankles. He does not need bones. He does not need logic. But he is a power washing man. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum. I don't know why that went into my head. All that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, highly recommend. And I also quite like the fact that it is also historically accurate. That makes the history buff in me very happy. That they went. I mean, obviously, like it's not 100% confirmed. Obviously, that Steed and Ed were in a relationship. That is just Taika and the writers' perception of it, or how they've decided to go with it. But you can kind of see why. You can kind of see why they've gone with that theory or that logic, because it is not weird. Weird isn't the right word. If they were just really, really good friends, slightly strange. Oh, there's my car. Very, very strange for somebody to give up pretty much their entire existence for somebody for actually no reason. Hashtag just saying. I'm gonna. Oh my god, could you imagine? Oh, just imagine the moves that you could have on Super Smash Brothers if you were this guy. Just imagine. You could have the van in there. You could have the cat in there. You've got obviously the washing part of it. You can jet them off the thing. You can like have them all, like all of the soaps all in their face so they can't see anything. And then your alt killer, when they get flown into the screen, that could be him jet washing it. Oh my god, 100% needs to be done. 100%. I've already just figured out all of their freaking moves for them. They just have to program that shit. Like, I have done everything for them. Make it happen. That would be so much fun. If they can have the freaking Wii U fit trainer person on there, they can have a guy jet washing shit. They can. 100%. 100%. because I was actually watching a really really interesting just going back to Taika after the whole Ed and Steed thing, and they were questioning about the fact your life is unparalleled. Oh my god, it would just be so freaking amazing. It would be so easy to do. Well, it wouldn't be easy to do. I say that like I code freaking games. I do not code games. I imagine it would be incredibly difficult to do, but it would be so much fun if they did. Like, come on. There is so many moves that you can do with it with the power washing guy. I'm here for it. Do it. Live in. Do it. Do it. Do it. And then, oh my god! And then when you knock them out, you can have the ding sound. Yes, yes. Do it. I need it in my life for reasons, for absolute fucking reasons. I need it in my life. Reasons known only to me, because even I can't figure them out. I'm weird. It's fine. I'm weird. Okay, we all know it. Hey. We all know it. I'm a weirdo. But I wouldn't be me if I wasn't, so screw all y'alls. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, I got distracted. What a surprise. Me getting distracted. Ha! When does that ever happen? Yeah, I was watching a really interesting interview. That's the word. I just want the toast. Yeah, you look. Looks like you need a good scrubbing. Watch out, there's water about. God, that was a shit one. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Washed out is better. Wash your mouth out with soap. There you go, there's another one. That would make sense to nobody unless they were born in the millennial time. You're not a millennial, you won't get it. But yeah, so he was on about like why he has such a wide, diverse range of like LGBTQIA plus actors in either actors or characters in his show, and why they don't really make a big deal about it. So in Our Flag Means Death, it like pretty much, except maybe Izzy, and even then Izzy you're never really quite sure. Every character bar actually Olawande, and even then Olawande is a bit mixed. They all fall into part of the LGBTQIA. Like there is not really any straight characters on Our Flag Means Death at all. And it is never really brought up as a thing. It is just like, yeah, they have somebody who goes by they them pronouns. They have somebody who becomes a drag queen later on in the show. They have obviously Ed and Steed, who are very heavily implied to be romantically involved. You have one of the characters called Fang, who is perhaps more into like feminine and softer type things. You have another gay set of characters on there, and then you have Buttons, who I don't even know how to describe Buttons, and yeah, it is just like yeah, they are. It's never brought up. It's never mentioned or anything. And he was basically saying that, in his opinion, and I, to a certain extent, I agree with it. It was like the only way to normalize it is to not make it into a thing. Thank you for popping a look on Alex. Is to not make it a thing. So like, if you it just so that's how everything just becomes normal, because it's just there. It's not a key part of their character development. You know, a key aspect of say Lucius being of Lucius's character is not, oh, Lucius is gay. There we go. That's his entire character arc. You know, his entire character arc is a whole written. It's like a whole wide range of things. So, in his opinion, you can sometimes do more damage trying to make a thing out of it than if you just kind of was like, yeah, this character's gay. No one's going to mention it because it doesn't really need mentioning. It's not vital. And I get that. And I, to a certain extent, I do agree. So for things like that, absolutely. It's not like the main fixture of their character is not their sexuality. However, the only way that I agreed with the only way that I disagree with it is if it's part of the character development. So for instance, if you are basing an entire story plot around the fact that this gay character is in an area that doesn't accept gay people, and you kind of need to make a point that, you know, this is the struggles that they have had, then you kind of need to reference it. You can't just be like, oh, this person is gay and everyone's okay with it. And it's like, that's not the message. Like, for Our Flag Means Death, absolutely. It's not, you know, everybody just expresses themselves how they are. The only time that a character doesn't like another character is if that character does something that the other character doesn't like. So, you know, it's not, oh, this person is gay, therefore I don't like them. It's, this character this character killed my husband, therefore I don't like them. And it's like, go for it. That's a good one. I know, I keep getting messages, Skinny, of like, in the morning saying, Skinny's gone live. I'm like, hey, I went to sleep. But no, it was good to see you. I miss you, buddy. Wait, before you go. There you go. On the side. On the side of my temple. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can't... I do agree that you end up doing more damage than good when your character is just like, oh no, their sexuality is their only redeeming personality. But then again, I have that thought about anything when it comes to that. If your character's only like quality, unless you are doing it as a character arc, is just like, oh, this character likes football, that is their only personality, then yeah, that character's gonna suck. Character's gonna be shit. Unless you have it, like I said, as like a bit of a redeeming feature where they just go, oh, actually, it turns out, surprise, surprise, this character also likes hentai. Bad example. But, you know. And then that is their character arc. That I get. That I 100% get. Because you have to have them go through that realization and move on and kind of deal with stuff as they need to deal with it. Get it, love everything about it. But if it's not the main purpose of the story, then you don't need to keep throwing references to it. You don't need to be every 20 seconds, ha ha ha, look, this character's gay, just in case you forget. This character does gay things. Because, yeah, you do end up making it worse, because the same way that not every heterosexual person is the same, not every gay person is the same. And then you run the risk of slipping into stereotypes, which then makes everything a hell of a lot worse. Kakashi! I must also take my leave. I'll try to go. No worries. I mean, to be fair, I think once I've done this little bit of the temple, I'm going to be finishing up anyway. Kakashi, you need to be in my temple. I need to find somewhere for you to go. Unfortunately, you've missed me cleaning most of the outside of this. Otherwise, I'd have popped you on a wall. Let me see if I can find somewhere. Oh no, I've half rubbed off the Y of Kirby. No, there we go. Right, that's. We're just talking about a TV show that I've got into recently called Our Flag Means Death. I would happily talk about Our Flag Means Death for like years. I freaking love the TV show. It is absolutely beautifully and wonderfully written. It is a fantastic mix of absolutely brutal at times, freaking hilarious. Right, okay. Let's pop you here, Skinny. Kakashi. Okay. Alright, this is where. Oh, I left a way too big a gap for that. Ooh, am I gonna fit? Oh, just. Yay! There you go, Kakashi! You're on my wall. But yeah, so I do to a certain extent, a very large extent actually, agree with Taika's message of, in order to truly make it normal for people of different representations, people of different ethnicities, gender associations, sexualities, the whole shebang, in order to make their presence in media a lot more widely accepted as normal, you have to kind of stop making it a big deal that you have you have that representation in your film. You know, you have to stop with the token, and I say token as in like the nicest possible way. You know, you should just have a black person in your film because you just have a black person. You don't need to make a massive deal about the fact that, oh, this person is black, or falling into some sort of stereotype because this person is black. Same way you're like, oh, look, I need to have a gay person. I better have them as the sassy gay best friend. And it's like, you don't need to. Like, the characters shouldn't just be gay best friend. Like, stereotypical sassy gay best friend. Although, ironically, Lucius is a little bit. He is a little bit the sassy gay best friend. But he rocks it, to be fair. And most of the characters in that are gay. So, Lucius gets a little bit of a pass. But naturally, of course, everyone then started kicking off with the fact that there's not really a lot of women in Our Flag Means Death. And it's like, oh. Poor Tiger, he was never going to win. he was never going to win that one, let's be honest. There was always going to be something that he wasn't going to do quite right. Bless him. Okay, so I need to keep the penis on the ceiling. There we go. We'll go this way around. Yeah, there we go. I hope I've explained myself. Okay. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but sometimes I struggle actually getting the words or the terminology out properly. But yes, it is while it is incredibly important to have representation, the moment you start kind of not so much shoving it in people's faces, but making a point of it, you've kind of lost. You have kind, without sounding awful, you've kind of lost the purpose of why the representation matters in the first place. Unless your film is about that. If your film is about the struggles that people have had in order to be included in films, then by all means, yeah, have that representation and have it be a pointed statement of, do you know what? This is the struggles that we have had to have in order to get black, gay, transgender representation in media. So I am going to make a point about how difficult that is. But if it's just the equivalent of my big fat Greek wedding, do you really need to make a pointed statement in my big fat Greek wedding about about that? Is it really needed? Really? Or could you just not? Could you just keep it a light-hearted film about how important Windex is? I don't know if you've ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's fucking hilarious. I haven't watched it in years, but that thing with the Windex haunts me to this day. I'm pretty sure at some point my dad was actually trying to convince me that Windex was a cure for everything. He associated with that father character far too much. Oh, I really need to watch that film again now. I don't even know where you'd find it. Also reminded me, well, that didn't remind me, something else reminded me. Oh gosh, there we go. I've been talking too much. Oh god, that's better. Oh, I feel like I need to apologize to Alex if he's still lurking, because I am on campus tomorrow, but I'm going to be choking up a storm. I'm fine. I am not contagious anymore, I don't think. But I've since, I can't even remember when it started. It was a couple of years ago. Where basically I got a version of like bronchitis. It was a really, really mild form. Like I didn't end up in hospital or anything. But then ever since then, the moment I get any kind of bug that sits on my chest, that's it. It kills my throat. And even though like I'm not ill anymore, I'll still have a really bad throat. I'll still have a really like disappearing voice. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But just for some reason my voice hates me. And yeah, occasionally it will just 100% disappear. As it did just before we went on holiday. And I was like having to convince everybody on the ship. I was like, I don't have COVID. I've just lost my voice. I'm fine. I've taken a copious amounts of like COVID tests. I am negative. It's fine. I just don't have a voice. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. I am not contagious. I'm not going to kill anyone. I've had my vaccinations. Just understand that right now I do not have the ability to communicate like a normal human being. It will fade. And I will be able to. But it is not this day. And it was like an entire week in before my voice came back. It was so frustrating. Because I felt really rude. Because as much as possible, I was trying to rest my voice, which meant that I couldn't really communicate with the staff as much as I normally would. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not being rude. I just don't have a voice to communicate with you. And the more I talk, worse I get, and I felt like such an asshole. As soon as I got my voice back, I was like, right. I've got an entire week of talking to make up for. Unfortunately for you, I have chosen you. It also didn't help. I had little Isaac as well. Don't know if you've ever known 3-year-olds, but yeah, they took a lot, like a lot, and he was doing a hell of a lot of naughty things that he knew I couldn't shout at him for. So he was like, I I see. I see Mama has lost the ability of speech. That means she cannot tell me off if I am the cheekies. And he is very cheeky. He's adorable, but he's cheeky as. Love him. I love him so much. God, I have been cleaning this for an hour and a half, and I am only 60% of the way done. And I thought I was doing relatively well. Damn. To be fair, this level is freaking huge. This level is absolutely huge. Oh, here's some of the other ones. I forgot about these. I thought they were only upstairs. So, hey, there we go. So anybody who has not got this far into the game, there is a nice little Easter egg in this level. And I don't know whether it's because they knew that everything else from here was just going to be like little added DLCs, which is kind of what they've been doing with crossovers with games, such as like the Lara Croft one and SpongeBob and things like that. But on the walls of this temple are murals of everything that you have cleaned, which is freaking awesome. And I love little bits like this. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know whether it's because they were like, do you know what, there's only so much we can do. I think we've added in as much as we can add in, so therefore why don't we just do a nice little bit where we do a final one, which is just everything. And that's it. That's the end of the game. And anything that we do will just be little added extras. Welcome back. I was just saying earlier, I don't know if you heard me. I'm guessing not if you've just said now that you're back. So I am on campus tomorrow. But my throat is gone. Like, my voice is almost gone. She says, continuing to speak. But meh. Meh. Who cares? Yeah, I will be choking up a storm. I'm fine. I genuinely am fine. Just for some reason. Ah, fair enough. There we go then. That makes it slightly easier. Yeah, I can't say anything. I'm not contagious anymore. I don't think. It's out of my system. It is purely just the fact now, and I'll be like this for like another week or so. It's just the fact that literally my voice is just gone, and I will be choking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, but not in a fun, sexy way either. Oh god, that's alright. That's okay. Oh yeah, so this is the fairground. I remember the fairground one now. Come on. That is clean. Okay, fair enough. There we go. Right, so yeah, that's the fairground. No, I don't remember that one. Oh, that's the subway station. I know the subway station. The hell are you? Oh, is that a helicopter? Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to think what that one is. I'm trying to think of the levels. So yeah, I love the fact that they've had to go back and be like, okay, we need an Egyptian interpretation of what a fairground would be. So and a fairground interpretation of what potentially a helicopter. I'll be there the Wednesday and Thursday. Oh yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons that I tried, well, I say I tried. I very quickly got the hang of the idea that it was impossible for me to just go in the first kind of like few days that I was at work. I needed to base it purely on when my meetings were. I mean, it still doesn't quite work out. There is still one meeting that ends up being on a Wednesday, which is not my usual on campus days, and it is very frustrating. It's even worse when you're because obviously I'm part time, and I was like, I'm not going above and beyond what my hours should be on campus because other people don't go on at all. So if person A is not going on at all, why am I going above and beyond? So I'm still in the processes of convincing my deputy head of department to change the day. But the problem is because Wednesday afternoons are the time when there's no teaching. It's like, yeah, but Wednesday afternoon is like legitimately the easier time to do it. And I'm like, oh, you're kind of right. And I hate you for it. But at the same time, can we not? Because I'm on campus every Tuesday and I'm on campus alternate Thursdays. So can I not? Please. Please. Oh, I hate that as well. And it's just like, no, just have it on Teams, for God's sake. Nobody needs to have on campus meetings. It's not needed no more. It's not needed. Not needed at all. Okay, right. I need one more ting. Give me one more. Come on. Give me one more and I'll finish this off tomorrow. Come on. Just give me a ting. Come on, give me a ting. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you're connected to that one. Oh, God, you are. For God's sake. Right, let's do this. Let's make this easier. Come on. Come on, I just want a ting. I just need the ting of serotonin. Give me my serotonin ting. Give me my serotonin ting, please. Please, thank you. I needed my serotonin ting. Right, I need to leave that there because I've got other bits that I need to do and I'm on campus tomorrow and therefore I've got to get up early and throw my child in the general direction of his nursery before I go to work. So the kids are all back from school, which means traffic is going to be a nightmare. Wish me luck with that. Right, I'm going to stick my thanks for watching screen on. Thank you very much for lurking, chatting, watching, whatever it is you have been doing today. I love and appreciate all of you. It's good to be back after feeling absolutely rotten over the weekend. I will be back tomorrow, probably still playing a little bit more of this because I need things that I don't need to yell at. Which means Doom's out, for starters, and a vast majority of other things. Right. Let's go raid someone. Let's go raid Ryan, because I need to figure out what's happening with Alan Wake 2. And it's oh, he's died again. It's a spooky game. So stay for the spooky games. Stay for the spookiness. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping in and have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, whatever time zone you're in. And I'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye. Tell me what